Today's a good day, man. NBA The Run is officially going live and officially launching today, June 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern time, I think. And the development team actually held a Discord where they reveal a bunch of new information, which we're going to talk about in this video. I'm talking about legends being added to the game. I'm talking about new customizations. I'm talking about some additional current players was added as well. Gameplay changes, we're going to dive into that, progression, and of course, future content as well. And to be honest with y'all, I'm more excited for the future content. So of course, we got a few things we got to dive into. So without further ado, I need y'all to grab yourself that brew and let's get to the video.
If you don't know, it's Brutalsim on the scene, wicked and mean. With the next video on this YouTube thing, we got 2K news and rumors. Don't forget the tutorials and tips. Turn your my player to a bad man and rule the sticks. No matter the mode, record or park, even my career brute will get you a good start. Hit the like button, don't forget the notifications. Comment down below and welcome to the Brute Squad Nation.
So you don't know. Your boy Brutalsim on the scene, wicked and mean, with a next video for y'all, man. So by now, you know we gotta start the video off the right way. So if you're in the comment section and type first, second, third, know the gang of Brute Squad, I gotta put y'all up there just to show y'all some love, man. Much love, much respect. All right, so let's start off with some good news because I heard y'all loud and clear. Y'all was in my stream asking for this. Y'all was in on comments as well. Y'all was asking for the old school, the NBA legend. Where is Michael Jordan? Where is Dr. Dre? Will it only be current players? And the good thing about the development team, something I really admire is once enough people ask for the same thing, they do listen to their community and they try their best to give it to y'all. So it was confirmed that NBA legends will be coming to NBA The Run. Now the thing is, the developers didn't necessarily say who specifically or what NBA legends specifically, or even give us a timeline, but they flat out confirmed that retired players are actually part of the long-term plan. And honestly, that's pretty huge because this game is pretty character driven. Imagine if they add players like Shaq, Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, Vince Carter. Now that I said Michael Jordan, they did mention the 3 different versions of Michael Jordan. I'm talking about the rookie Michael Jordan, which was uber athletic, dunking all over everybody, but he was getting, bunked out the first round. He definitely shouldn't have any passing. Or prime MJ, of course, when he won the 6 rings. Now he's a little bit more balanced. Or the older one, the Wizards Michael Jordan. Y'all know what it is. A lot of y'all want to forget that. But I still love when he had that chase down 2-hand block off the glass. I ain't gonna lie to you. When he had that damn near make my day. I'm kind of showing my age, but that's neither here nor there. And they even mentioned some street ballers as well being added to NBA The Run. Imagine Skip to My Lou coming through, or even main event getting them bodies. I ain't gonna front with y'all. Hot sauce coming through as well. Imagine how dynamic this game will be. The devs actually mentioned players like Dennis Rodman and street ball inspired characters being added to the game. So if you're one of the people who grew up playing games like NBA Street, this is something you probably want to hear. Another thing they actually showed was the shop. And one thing I love, everything is earned through gameplay. No pay to win at all. No buying stat boost, no buying advantages. You earn cred from playing games, winning tournaments, completing achievements, and leveling up. Then you spend that currency on cosmetics and unlockables. They showed jerseys, different dunk packages, taunts, banners, badges, and some of the players have multiple career representatives. For example, there is rookie LeBron. I'm trying to get him as quick as possible. I think he's around 5,000 coins, in-game coins or in-game cred. They got Mavericks Luka as well. They got Clippers SGA. They got Hawks Trae Young. And the good thing is these different versions actually play different. Well, some of them at least. The developers also showed off the progression system. There are 50 ranks at launch. As you level up, you unlock characters, banners, cred, cosmetics, and other rewards. And they even showed a full stat tracking system. So you'll actually be able to see your wins, your losses, your amount of MVPs you collect, your tournament wins, as well as your most played characters. Pretty much everything gets tracked. I know a lot of y'all love to grind, man, so it looks like they're putting some emphasis for the grinders as well. The developers also spent some time talking about the new additional player, which is Kyrie. Apparently, there was a bunch of votes for Kyrie when the developers probably mentioned that they had room for one more character before launch. And according to the devs, he's going to be one of the most fun players to actually play with because he got elite ball handling, which makes sense. It's Kyrie. Elite trick, elite speed, and elite stamina. And it sounds like he's gonna be overpowered when it comes to snapping up some ankles. So if somebody like to dribble a lot, and know a lot of y'all like to do that, Kyrie might be that go-to player. There were also some huge gameplay changes, especially after the last beta testing. Of course, they always listen to feedback. One of the things people asked for, or a lot of y'all was asking for, was more flashy moves. So they increased the amount of tricks and added a lot more NBA Street style combos and moves. They also reduced some AI shots, tuned down the blocking, improved goaltending, which is what I like to do a lot, adjust shooting difficulty, balance character rating, improve rebounding, which definitely needed to be touched, and they balanced the rule set. And they specifically addressed Wemby. I ain't gonna lie to you, your boy Brute was out there abusing Wemby. Wemby was overpowered as hell. He was out there destroying people with your boy Brute at the helm. The devs actually reduced some of his stamina and his jump height while still leaving him strong. So it sounds like they're looking at people playing the game and also listening to feedback, because Wemby was out of this world, which he kind of is in real life. So and finally, the developers actually made it clear when they was talking about the future of the game. They talk about more player variants, more legends, more court, new rule set, which means different game modes within the game, additional camera angles, they're working on it, which was highly requested as well, more ways to show off your accomplishment, and potential leaderboards as well. And they stress multiple times that they're constantly listening to the community. For a team this small, with the type of progression and changes they made over the past few weeks since I first played the beta, yo, this is pretty impressive. Before we close out, let's address the elephant in the room, because one of the most asked questions when it comes to y'all being in stream and just watching the game is, why is there no offline mode in NBA The Run? So shout out to Soft Drink TV. He actually did an interview with some of the former EA developers who is working on NBA The Run, and they responded to this question. Now, of course, I'm about to post a clip to this response, so I want y'all to check this clip out.
I think it's clearly a question that we've had this question for years, right? We knew that this was going to be something that came up. I think for us, it comes back to the risk that we're taking and being able to be focused on what we can deliver, right? So we're an 18-person development team, first and foremost. Like, if we were at EA, this would be a 200-person development team. I'm not picking on EA. I'm just saying, if we were at a big publishing company, big development company, this is going to be a sizably bigger team, 10, 20x size. I think because of our experience at EA, we knew we had to be crafty with development. We had to be scrappy, and we had to go say, what are the things that we believe we can build with the resources we have, the runway we have, and the way that we're built as a company and as a team. And we felt like, I think, first and foremost was like, let's deliver a really, really solid core gameplay experience, right? Like, put everything else aside. Let's make 3v3 basketball, the style, the tone, the vibe that we want, and deliver that. And then the next piece was looking at the way modern gamers play, right? And the reality is there is a massive market for PvP games and online games, and clearly they have a space. Look around at any one of these games. And so I think for us, it was looking at the younger generation of players and the way that they play. They like to go online, they like to compete with and against friends. And so I think providing an avenue to do that felt like the best decision for us to make, kind of version 1 of this game at launch. That said, I also see NBA The Run as something that can evolve and grow over time. So we've had many design conversations about single player modes, PvE modes, things that we could go. We'd even talked about doing roguelike stuff publicly in the past. We've got all kinds of fans of these types of games on the team. Never say never. This is something that we want to do, we intend to do. When we get to this is kind of to be determined. But I can tell you this, everything that we build, we want it to be awesome. Mike talks about making a legendary game. We always want to put something out that feels legendary, that feels amazing. We don't want to put something out that would feel watered down. So I guess my response to the community is, if we went out and built that out of the gate, this game would be nowhere near as good as it is today, right? And that's the decision you have to make. If you're like, okay, we got to go build single player and co-op and couch co-op and offline and PvP and all these things, creative player, you're going to end up with a whole lot of good, or maybe a whole lot of okay. We wanted to make something that was very specific, very focused, and something that we felt had the chance to become a legendary game. So we put everything we had into the design of what the core of the game is. But we also see a world where this can evolve into offline and can evolve into single player stuff. And we've got all kinds of ideas about where this could go. We think this is something special that can grow over time. And I think this comes back to kind of like the NBA I mentioned, right? Like they met us where we were. And I think in some ways, the players got to meet us where we are. We're a small team. Give us a shot, play the game. We hope you love the game. And if you come along with us for the ride, that gives us the ability to then potentially make something like this that everyone's asking for. And that's the reality of this, right? We don't see our game as just a transaction. I think you can probably tell from our Discord. We read every single thing that's out there. We take all of the YouTube comments to heart. I've read your entire comment section of your post on us, right? We take all of this stuff to heart. And I think the changes we've made in the past 4 to 6 weeks, based on all the community's feedback, the changes that we can make, we can't go build single player mode in 6 weeks, show that we're listening. So this is something that we intend to do moving forward as well, is take the community feedback into serious consideration and talk about where that kind of lands us from a roadmap perspective. So it's not in version 1 of the launch, but that is because we wanted to deliver an amazing game at launch. And we're going to talk about, other modes and ways to engage with the game beyond launch. Is that a fair answer? One other point there, Noah, is that I also think that when you think about the market, we're not going to annualize this game. We're not just going to put out a new version every year and just churn, right? So if we add something that's going to be a meaningful ad, we'll figure out what that means. If that's a DLC pack, we don't know, right? We're figuring this out as we go as well. But I do think that when we add something, we want it to be meaningful, and we're never going to just put something out annually for incremental change. And I think that's a very important part about how we think about the future of NBA The Run.
Now, of course, I will put the full interview in the description, so y'all could definitely check it out and show Soft Drink TV some love. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, how this development team speaks about the game is just so passionate, man. I'm truly impressed. And the good thing about this is the future of the game is going to be way brighter than it is now, because it seemed like this game gonna be a work in progress. They're gonna keep working at it, keep fixing things, keep adjusting, keep adding things, which makes it all more interesting. It was very important that they highlighted that this is not a game that they're gonna drop every single year. It is one game they're creating, and they constantly doing updates. For, let's say, a good example would be how Fortnite is. Fortnite is one game. They don't drop multiple Fortnites, but they keep adding extra content and bringing new things. I like that approach to the game. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know if y'all excited to play NBA The Run today. Your boy gonna probably be live. Make sure come through, show some love, because I will be looking for some people to run with, because randoms out there is a struggle, y'all. Trust me on that. If I ain't got a team, I'm rolling solo or dolo. Anyways, y'all, that's what I got for y'all today. Till next time, how blessed will be safe out there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Notification bell is free and key. Peace.